Привет, друзья, с вами Ваймс, я продолжаю проходить Mankind Divided. Я уверен, что она лжет и предаст меня в итоге. Но посмотрим. Этих двоих я уже обыскал. Ну и, в общем-то, да, поехали назад смотреть, что здесь еще изменилось.
Delara, that Diwali op Vince was digging into? I've got the address of a smuggling locker he was looking for.
Maybe he's still looking. Or maybe he found it some other way. This information, you came by it how exactly?
The informant Vince was supposed to meet. She agreed to work with me instead.
That doesn't surprise me. You're good at gaining people's trust, Adam. It's a rare skill.
Point is, I got a lead. I'll let you know what I find.
Ну, посмотрим, что там из этого выйдет. В комментах мне написали посмотреть все вокруг дома Дженсона. Я, конечно, сейчас не вокруг дома Дженсона. Ну, я примерно вокруг дома Дженсона, но все-таки. Там вроде как что-то новое есть. Дорогая сестра, я больше не знаю, что делать. Я несколько месяцев поддерживал твои научные фантазии, но боюсь сделать им только хуже. Окей. Это я, по-моему, уже читал. Или нет? Скорее всего, нет, но это не на русском. Ну, хотя и с переводом вроде бы местами. Ладно, пофиг. Больше тут вроде бы ничего нет. Почему у меня так мало энергии? Объясните мне кто-нибудь. И также, да, машины можно обыскивать, только для этого их нужно дистанционно хакнуть. Видимо, не так. Видимо, нужно удачно их дистанционно хакнуть. С этим у меня есть некоторые проблемы. Окей, тут все равно ничего нет. Так, ну дом Дженсона где-то здесь был. Надо также позаглядывать по все остальные места. Был ли я вообще здесь? Судя по открытой двери, наверное, да. Хотя, судя по неподобранному хламу... это не хлам, это кнопка. Что она сделала? Видимо, все-таки не был. Или стоп, или это то место, где я из канализации выходил. Похоже. Да, то есть я действительно здесь был. Тут все еще люди. Эти люди все еще будут со мной говорить? Окей. Не будут, по сути. Ну, то есть мне, наверное, пока что здесь делать нечего. Стоп, нет, здесь... Здесь я не был, потому что эта дверь была неактивна, видимо. Да ладно. Мне слегка лень это читать. По-моему, я это уже читал, тем более. В общем, США разваливается, бывает.
What can I get you? Beer? Something else?
What else have you got?
Oh, just an item of interest.
For someone who lives off of their sales, you're unusually reserved.
Well, sometimes it's hard to know who to trust, especially these days. For example, I don't suppose you have any neuropozyne you would be willing to spare, do you?
Sure, here you go.
Thank you. I can't tell you how much this means.
These are tough times. We all have to do what we can.
You understand? You have no idea how many people just look the other way. But we can't afford to. Not Oggs, and not anyone else. What happens to one happens to all of us.
The neuropazine isn't even for you, is it?
По-моему, я это уже все слышал.
No, it's
Да,
not.
определенно.
I'm glad I could help.
Listen, I can't let you leave without thanking you properly.
Thanks. Let's...
Окей. Аптечка мне не очень нужна. Не уверен, почему бы и нет.
You can't go wrong. As
У меня место-то под нее было. И что такое аптечка? Ладно, неважно. Видимо, детали для сборки. Так, ну здесь я был. Сюда я пройти не могу. Что это вообще?
She's just lying there. They should at least cover her up.
А, тут кого-то убили?
We can't let them get away with it.
Away from the crime scene, sir.
She won't talk to the police.
Daria says
Who'd you
something,
piss
but
off
apparently
before
she
this movie?
doesn't talk to cops.
We can't let them get away with this. I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Do you have any idea who she was?
No, I've never seen her before. It's so sad that nothing will be done about this. Orc victims are not high on the list of police priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
I was a cop once. Old habits die hard.
In America?
Yeah, Detroit. It was a long time ago.
I bet you have a lot of experience. You're used to this sort of thing.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
God, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
You may not think much of the police here. I may not think much of them either. But that doesn't mean you should hold back information.
They don't have it in them to protect me. They have neither the will nor the courage.
Be that as it may, it's still probably your best hope for helping to catch the killer.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an orc.
Допустим.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact you?
You planning to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have.
I can give you access to my info link. You should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. Talk to you about what happened.
How come she talks to him
Could
and
be
not
right
to me?
around the corner.
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not be sure? Either she saw something or she didn't.
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I'd like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you, augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing, or about doing things the right way.
I was a cop for 12 years. I know all about getting bad orders. The difference between what you're told to do and what you know is right.
Tell me about it. So, how did you reconcile yourself with those kinds of orders?
I quit.
I'm 2 months away from the beach. I'm not quitting. But I respect your idealism.
It was a long time ago. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forego any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
All right. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was gonna work your case for you.
Sure you did. Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Окей.
Careful of the evidence.
Что-нибудь новое скажешь?
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate. You have promised to help, and so I will try to help as well.
Why is it you don't trust the police to take care of this case?
I have bad memories of the police.
What kind of memories?
Get calls I didn't want. Tickets I didn't deserve. The policemen here are worse than children. Former captains of high school sports teams who will never recapture their years of glory.
I was captain of the debate team in high school.
Yes, well, debate is different.
What's your take on Montag? You ever meet him before tonight?
I went to the station once, years ago, to complain about the ticket. Detective Montag is the one they send you to handle the paperwork.
How'd he do?
He did fine. The point is, he's a desk jockey. Look at him, he's lost out here. The cops who know how to catch killers, they're not the ones sent to investigate murdered ox.
What were you doing here?
I was looking for Starlight, my cat. There was lightning and suddenly this flash of certainty. That's when I knew something awful was happening.
Where were you exactly?
In the shadows. My head was down. I couldn't move. Oh God, stupid Daria. I shouldn't have gone out today. The energies were all wrong.
Is there anything else I should know about you?
You want to know about Daria? What is there to tell? Small town girl came to the big city to escape her problems, to try and become someone else.
Did it work?
Not really. You can't escape yourself. You can't just come to a big city and expect all your problems to seem smaller. It doesn't work that way.
How did the attack happen? What was the killer doing?
He was on top of her, cutting the evil out. That's what he called it. I mean, I think.
So you heard his voice?
Very clearly, yes. He sounded confident, authoritarian, like a general commanding troops.
What did he say exactly?
It is time to make you whole again.
Can you remember anything about what the killer looks like?
To be honest, I saw more of the shadow than the man. I remember he was very big. The shadow, it covered everything.
So you can't describe him.
Not the face, no. His clothes, he was wearing something very dark. Black, maybe blue.
Was he augmented?
He moved like an augmented man, but I can't say for sure.
По-моему, что-то такое в Dead Space было. Про то, что там сделать целым или единым, или как оно там.
I'm gonna do what I can to help the investigation.
Good luck.
Pretty obvious what happened here.
Так, почему у меня здесь
Away from the crime scene.
на карте помечено кругом это все?
If it wasn't for Johnny, I might have pegged you for this.
This was political. Who'd you piss off to pull this booty?
Didn't think so.
Окей.
Just because Montag trusts him doesn't mean I do.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
I want to help you with this case. To do that, I need a rundown of what you know already.
Help me, huh? You mean like being my subordinate?
I mean like making sure we catch whoever's responsible.
Right. Well, I have a dead body, Angela Gunn. I have bureaucratic pressure to arrest the augmented husband, Johnny Gunn. I have a crime scene, and I have you.
Alright, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny Gunn. He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Why else would I be here?
I don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world, we arrest them for the right reasons, but, well, the world's not always perfect.
You'll only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence tells you to, right? It's not enough that he's an AUG, and that your bosses want him to go down.
I'll hold my guys off for as long as I can. But unless you can prove someone else killed Angela, or at the very least that Johnny didn't, I don't have much choice. That's why I'm trusting you to talk to him. Give me your honest opinion on what happened here.
Yeah. Why are you trusting me exactly?
Because you gave me the impression of being qualified. Because I'm big enough to admit that maybe I can use the help, and between you and me, because the thought of confronting a man like Johnny Gunn scares the shit out of me.
How long have you been a cop?
Too long. And of all the ways to go out, eh?
What do you mean?
I mean being assigned a case like this. It's HQ's little joke before sending me off to retirement. Oh, but don't worry about me, eh? I'm a survivor. I can make it through this.
This case is a joke to you?
I didn't say that. I said it's a joke to HQ. They know I haven't left my desk in years. But that doesn't mean I'm not qualified. Just a little rusty.
People hold a hell of a grudge against AUGs, ever since the incident.
Yes, and?
Well, good thing the cops here are such professionals. Part of being a police officer is treating everyone the same, right? AUG or no AUG.
It's not that simple, and you know it. A police force isn't some abstract ideal of what justice and law should be. It's an instrument of those in power. A reflection of the society it protects.
I haven't been seeing a whole lot of protection out there.
Well, that depends who you ask.
I'm here because I don't like the idea of someone killing people right outside my window. Maybe he's out there right now, targeting that poor witness. Or maybe he's just looking for any chance to do it again.
Fair enough, Mr. Interpol.
Do you know if the victim had any enemies?
I know she and Johnny didn't get along. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you.
Tell me about the victim's husband, Johnny.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower. He's been arrested for all sorts of things in the past. Now don't get me wrong, I believe in evidence. But I also believe in playing the odds. 9 times out of 10, the husband did it.
Why are your superiors so eager to pin Johnny for murder? It's gotta be more than just not liking the guy.
Standard policy for guys like Johnny. The way they see it, you send a man like him into Golem City and he's liable to go off the grid, end up with Ark or God knows who. He becomes 10 times more trouble than he's worth. But if they can charge him with something big, something like murder, well, suddenly he's no trouble at all.
I spoke to Daria. She's able to confirm that the suspect is male. Other than that, she's all over the place. I think she's pretty shaken up.
Yeah, well, can't blame her. I would be too. You seem to have made a good impression, though. Ever since you got here, she seems different, calmer. You know, I met my first wife over a crime scene. Let me give you a very important piece of advice, eh? Never marry the ones you save.
Окей.
Did the killer leave anything behind? Does anything strike you as odd?
I don't know. It's a murder, you know? Doesn't matter if you look at it sideways or upside down. It's never going to look normal.
I found a broken needle stuck in the victim's shoulder. The killer might have drugged Angela before killing her.
Maybe, but keep in mind she was an AUG. Don't you all have to shoot up that new pause shit? Let's go for the obvious before jumping to any wild conclusions.
I'm assuming you know her augments were harvested. The marks on her body make it seem like the killer knew exactly what he was doing, knew exactly what he wanted.
The way you said that just now.
What about it?
The way you described the AUG removal. And before, you mentioned a broken needle in the right shoulder?
That's right.
It reminds me, you know. There was this cop, Smolinski. He used to work in this neighborhood. He had this theory about a copycat. Someone acting just like a dead killer named, Svobotka.
You think there's a connection to another case?
I don't know yet. But I remember him mentioning something about needles and AUG removal. Smolinski died in the police station bombing. Whatever files he had would have been moved into temp storage, across the street from the bombed-out station. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing.
I found a print on Angela's neck, next to the contusion marks. It's a partial, so I don't think we can match it to anything. But at least we know the killer left something, and that she was strangled.
Huh, a fingerprint. I must have missed that one. This is exactly the kind of evidence I'm talking about. No way Johnny could squirm his way out of something like that. If only we could link it to him.
Anything I should know about the scene? Anything jump out at you?
The dismembered body jumps out at me. Keep in mind, I've been behind a desk for the last 12 years. It all jumps out at me.
Have there been a lot of murders in this area?
More than the average. I know I wouldn't live here. Not even if they paid me.
What can you tell me about the victim?
Gunn, Angela. Married to Gunn, Johnny. The department rests its case.
Ну, окей.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
You do whatever you have to.
Есть ли здесь еще что-то интересное?
Remove yourself from this area, Hanser.
Видимо, нет.
Can't believe we got
You
stuck
think I
down
don't
here.
know what's going on? It was just a matter of time before they got her.
Before who got her?
She's that journalist. The one writing all those things about... you know who.
You'll have to fill me in.
Radko Maximilian Perry? The local anti-AUG politician? That's Angela Gunn lying there. She's the one that's been writing about him. There was a threat of a scandal and everything. Coincidence?
Sounds like someone should go after this guy, ask him some questions.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Just... if you do that, please don't mention me. I don't want to end up like her.
What else can you tell me about Radko?
The guy's a sleazy piece of shit. That's all there is to it.
And you think he's capable of murder?
Absolutely.
Did you actually see anything?
I just got here, so I see what you see. A dead, augmented journalist.
Thanks.
Окей. Я не думаю, что канализация мне сейчас поможет. Так, что касается квестов. У меня есть какой-нибудь там... Куда мне пойти или еще что-нибудь такое на карте? Это не то, это не то, это все не то. Это вообще не тот квест. 3 из 7. В смысле, здесь их изучить или что? Нет, наверное, просто, да, 3 из 7. Где-то еще должно быть 4.
You think I don't know what's going on here?
Хм. Окей, карточка. Почти.
They love to tear us apart.
The only way I'm continuing this conversation is over here.
Время навести его аргументацию. Кто бы это ни сделал, не горел желанием оставить ее себе. Хм. Упс, энергия кончилась. Еще что-то должно быть. Окей. Что-нибудь про это все скажешь?
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Let's talk about the case.
All right, so talk.
I think I might have some information on potential suspects.
Let me guess. It's the colonel with a lead pipe in the library.
Apparently the victim was mixed up in some kind of political scandal with a man named Radko Perry.
Hey, not the first time a politician and a journalist didn't get along.
So you don't think he's worth talking to?
Radko Perry? A murderer? I don't think so. Worst he can do to someone is get their car towed.
Good thing I don't have a car. Where can I find this guy?
Radko runs his campaign out of an old print shop not far from here. You want to brighten up his day? Be my guest. But that's all you'll be doing by telling him his rival is dead.
Something about the crime scene doesn't sit right.
Okay, what about it?
I found what looks like a grenade fragment. EMP by the looks of it. Killer might have used this to incapacitate her.
Interesting. Johnny wouldn't need an EMP to take down his wife. Riot police use EMPs to re-establish public order around here. With all the AUG riots, anti-AUG riots, it wouldn't surprise me if that's all it was. Still, interesting.
I found this piece of glass near the body. Pair of broken glasses, maybe?
I don't know what to tell you. We're in the back alley of a major city. There's bound to be broken glass.
I found this press ID on the victim.
Right, she was a journalist. Hence the scandal with Radko Perry. I still don't consider that proof of anything.
А как же кусок аугментации на стене? Нет?
I have what I need for now. I should go.
Ну, она говорила про вспышку, так что я им по
I have some
граната.
questions for you.
I will cooperate. You have promised.
Окей, с ней больше
I'm
ничего
gonna
нельзя.
do it.
Good luck.
Ну и судя по тому, что куски аугментации оставили здесь, ее убил кто-то... Ну, пурист какой-нибудь, видимо. Так, где все это мне найти, что мне нужно по этому поводу? Там... Почему он так медленно скроллится? Так, да, отправиться... Это все не здесь, это я все сделал. И это тоже все не здесь. Где это? Там? Видимо, там. Также... Кто-то мне написал проверить паркет в квартире Дженсона, но как бы я уже проверял паркет в самом начале игры. Я не думаю, что там что-то новое должно было появиться, но все-таки я проверю. Вдруг. Нет. Тут все то же самое, что и раньше. И больше ничего здесь нет. Хотя вот детали, которые я когда-то не подобрал. Использовать? Что? Окей. Это, конечно, прикольно, но не помогает. Бессмысленный треугольный код. Больше тут ничего нет. То есть пару вещей я все-таки здесь пропустил, но не то. Ладно, поехали встречать этого политика или кто он там. И с ним поговорить, но это не он. Стоп, как туда вообще попасть? А, так туда попасть. Понятно. Нет, по-моему, вообще еще не был. Так что, может быть, стоит еще и в магазины позаходить. Окей. Что? Почему он у меня на это... А, это он и есть. Какого черта она сначала писала просто гражданский?
If this is about that anti-org speech I gave, save your indignation, okay? I'm only the voice of the people. I'm only saying what they want to hear. Your problem, it isn't with me. It's with the way this issue is polling.
I'm here about Angela Gunn.
Who?
A journalist. She was found dead in an alley.
Oh, how sad.
But you wouldn't know anything about it.
What? No. But the fact that you could imply such a thing, I am a public figure. But rest assured, my team will look into it. I'll even send the family a gift basket. How does that sound?
I heard she was about to expose you. Is that why you killed her? Or did you have someone do it for you?
Expose me? Expose me for what? Who are you? What do you want from me?
I'm here because I heard Angela found skeletons in your closet.
Well, lucky for me that she's dead then, huh? No, but seriously, what kind of skeletons?
Is that all you care about? She was just murdered. You could show a little more compassion.
Compassion is for the cameras, but hey, maybe you should be the politician. For a second there, I almost believed you care.
Can you tell me where you were tonight?
Out getting vote.
Can anyone attest to that?
Sure. Any number of people. My secretary, my brother, my mother. I just need to call them to remind them they were with me. That's all.
Окей.
I'll
make the calls. You worry about giving me a list of names and numbers.
Sure. My office will forward you the information within 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months. Scout's honor.
You don't think this is serious?
I think murder is very serious, but the notion that I could be involved in one is not.
So you're not gonna tell me where you really were tonight?
Evidently not.
Tell me about your relationship with Angela.
Angela? Angela who?
Angela Gunn, the journalist who's apparently been writing some very insightful articles about you.
Oh, her. She did a nice job of keeping my name in the news. Local politics is a real slog, you know. As long as they're talking about you, it's good.
Even if she was saying things you didn't like?
Sure, why not? Angela's readers were never my voters. I'm not exactly courting the AUG vote here. Did Angela and I share views? No. Did we like each other? Not one bit. But our hatred was professional, not personal. Nothing to kill over.
Your politics are viciously anti-AUG, is that accurate?
Viciously? I like that.
Do you go out of your way to incite violence against AUGs?
I wouldn't call it going out of my way. More like it's on my way. A flower you pick as you pass by. To be honest, my politics aren't even based on an ideology. It's very simple for me. I tell people what they want to hear, and I stay out of jail.
You're not doing a very good job tonight.
I'm doing just fine.
I have what I need for now.
Good for you.
Так, я могу к нему там пробраться как-нибудь через канализацию или еще что? Нет? Только... да, через вентиляцию. Да, запретная зона.
Gunsers would try to attack this upstanding citizen.
Окей. Не уверен, что голова медведя мне поможет. Нет, тут никого нет. Не обращай внимания, чувак. Окей, нужно быть тише. Или вырубить его, но... Пожалуй, быть тише — это чуть более хороший вариант.
Turn around. I'm here to protect Mr. Ferry.
Сваливай уже, чувак. Блин, он сел сюда. Окей, тогда все-таки вырубить его. Карманный секретарь. Так, слушай, в моем сейфе есть что-то, что я прошу тебя выбросить после вашей сегодняшней смены. Код 0109. Возьми эту штуку и порви, сожги, проглоти все сразу. Может быть... Упс, это не то, что я хотел сделать. Может быть, это все-таки он, конечно, но почему-то я слегка сомневаюсь. И да, где его сейф? Это тоже вопрос. Так. Как это лучше сделать? Наверное, так. Сейчас, конечно, тревога поднимется, но мне есть что сделать с этим. Надо же? Нет? Не поднимется? Удивительно. Хм. Допустим. Окей. Ну, это действительно не он. По крайней мере, не лично. Так, уважаемый мистер Перри. Я хотел бы встретиться с вами, обсудить издание небольшой обучающей брошюры. Вся фигня. Это все не очень помогает. Видимо, да. Ирония, просто это все тоже не очень помогает. Так, где его сейф и что в этом сейфе находится? Здесь... Да, здесь сейф. 0-109. Открыть. Почему у меня снайперка достается каждый раз? Ну да. Больше здесь вроде бы ничего нет. Электронная книга. Запись речи кандидата на пост генерального секретаря коммунальной службы. В общем, да. Так, ну-ка. Друзья, мы не должны себя обманывать. Нас ждет нелегкая борьба. Я не сомневаюсь, что либеральные СМИ найдут все, чтобы дискредитировать меня. Пойдут на все. Вероятно, их нелюбовь ко мне каким-то образом связана с моей непоколебимой решимостью избавить наш прекрасный город от механических выродков, раз и навсегда решить проблему аугов в Праге. Ничего особенно интересного. Так. Что он по этому поводу скажет?
Did you forget something?
What's your position on Augs?
Officially, I think they are a menace to society.
And unofficially? You're a real big fan of us, aren't you? Some of us, anyway.
My position on Augs is nothing personal, if that's what you mean. Like I said, I am a servant of the people. Their desires are my desires. Their prejudices, my prejudices.
I'm talking about your desires. The ones depicted in that photo. Very artistic.
That picture is private. Who are you?
See, I think your position on Augs is a little more complex than you've been letting on. Apparently, Ivanka has footage of what you were doing tonight. Trying to convince those Augs sisters to vote for you, is that it?
What do you want?
Unlike everyone else you seem to know, I'm not trying to blackmail you. I just want to know who murdered that woman tonight.
Wish I could help you, but as you can see, I was busy with something else, of which there is ample video evidence. You're not going to tell anyone, are you?
Your hypocritical private life isn't my concern right now. I just want to know who was in that alley tonight.
It wasn't me. Now, if you want to keep slinging mud at poor Radko Perry, go right ahead, but as far as I'm concerned, you know I'm not a killer.
Well, that's for me to decide, Radko.
Допустим. Все равно все агрятся. Ну окей. Машины все-таки лучше не трогать. А куда еще меня посылают со всей этой фигней? Так, обычные задания. Все остальное не здесь ведь, правильно? Где Джонни Ган? Там? Где это? То есть я понимаю, что это где-то, да, это полиция и, да, и там. То есть в этой части города мне больше делать нечего. Видимо. Этого чувака здесь все еще нет. Ну, наверное, у меня был бы квест, если бы он здесь снова был. Ну, окей. И где оно конкретно? Здесь? Видимо, здесь.
Did you bring anything to drink? You bust into a man's home, you should at least bring a drink.
Are you Johnny Gunn?
That's right. What do you want?
Have you heard about your wife?
Which one?
Excuse me?
I've been married a bunch of times. Which wife are we talking about?
Angela's dead. Sorry to be the one to tell you. They found her body in an alley.
Yeah, well, you're not the one to tell me, so I appreciate your way of trying to break it to me, though. Do you know if she died quick or not?
No, I don't.
I hope so. Angie didn't deserve to suffer.
So you did know already?
Your detective friend called, told me to sit tight and wait for you, so here I am, sitting tight, being cooperative.
Where were you tonight?
I was out killing Angie, doing whatever it is they did to her. That's what you think, isn't it?
I'm not accusing you of anything. I just want to know what happened.
Why? If anyone should want to track down the person who killed her, it should be me. But I choose not to. Case closed.
You don't care if her killer is caught or not?
No, I don't. I don't get off on vengeance. I say, let the bastard stir in his own damn guilt. Men who kill, I think they do it to get attention. They want to be caught. They want society to spank them just like their daddies did. Now, the real punishment for something like this is living with what you done.
That's not how it works.
Why not?
For one, finding this killer will ensure they can't do it again. 2, society has a right to protect itself. And 3, where were you tonight?
In my apartment. Alone. No one but the cockroaches can confirm or deny shit. Convenient, right?
Okay.
You don't seem too broken up about Angela's death. She was your wife, wasn't she?
Ex-wife. We were divorced.
Is that supposed to explain why you don't care?
People die. Whether or not I care is between me and my memories of them. It's got nothing to do with you.
What went wrong with your marriage? If you got divorced, then obviously something did.
What are you, 5? Adults get sick of each other. The ones that don't are just pretending. Lock any 2 people in a room and they'll learn to hate each other sooner or later. It's the most natural thing in the world. I'm actually surprised Angie held out as long as she did. You know, people say I'm not very easy to like.
You don't say. So Angela left you, and you resented her for it.
Resented her? No. That's not who my resentment is directed toward right now.
You resent me? Because I'm trying to figure out who killed her?
Because you're treating me like a suspect. Because you're acting like you care more about her than I do. And mostly because you're the first human being to walk into my apartment and talk to me in almost a year. A year! And this is what we're talking about. I resent the situation.
Is that a bell tower patch on your jacket?
Yeah, so?
Let's just say I'm familiar with bell tower.
What does that mean? Familiar how?
I'm familiar with their retirement plan. Looks like they're treating you real well, Johnny.
Fuck you! I was in New South Wales, man. Hell, I'm still there. Probably gonna spend the rest of my life trying to get out. See, this is the price a man pays to no longer take orders. And something tells me you're not paying it.
Australia. You were there during the Civil War?
That's right. And that was only the beginning. Not my first choice, believe me, but, Bell Tower wasn't all that big on choice. Send you where they want, make you do what they want, replace parts of you whenever and however they want.
Ничего, нужно вовремя кликать.
That was a long time ago.
Я могу еще раз? Он повторит это все, и я смогу еще раз
I've had a
кликнуть?
hard time adjusting to life after bell tower.
No more than anyone else.
You sure you didn't go anywhere tonight?
I went to the bathroom. Twice.
Anything else come to mind about Angela?
At night, her hair used to get in my nose and make it itchy. It was annoying, but nice. Made me feel human.
I'm sure you won't mind if I look around.
Whatever you say.
Окей. Что здесь есть интересного? Так. Ощущение, которое вы описываете, невозможно. 2024 был хорошим годом для рук. Пальцы не могут оставлять отпечатки. Окей. Да, я возьму все его деньги, во-первых. И патроны, во-вторых. Что? Что там за вопли снаружи? Ну, окей. Тут ничего вроде бы полезного нет. По крайней мере, я сразу так не вижу. Детали. Как оно все запрятано. Ну, это, конечно, полезное, но немножко не в том смысле. Что-нибудь еще интересное?
You'd steal from me? Where you going?
Unequivocally false. The goal of the legislation is to ensure that they are as safe from us as we are from them.
О, нервозин.
I have many friends who are, and most of them are afraid to walk
Это все
outside
не
their
помогает.
because if they do, the level of hatred and suspicion aimed at them is horrible.
Why are you still here?
I found a note from your doctor. You lost your hands in New South Wales.
I got new hands in New South Wales is the way they sold it to me.
Whatever else the killer did to her, Angela was strangled. Whoever did it left a partial print on her neck, which, apparently, you're not capable of.
Fingerprints are for human beings, Mr. Gunn. You'll find not having them allows you to be so much more effective.
They did it so you can kill better.
So I'd never get caught. Ironic, right? Being a good killer is probably what saves me here. Or, you still think I killed Angela?
I didn't come here to arrest or absolve you, only to ask questions.
Apology accepted. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to be left alone.
Есть ли здесь еще что-нибудь интересное и важное? Вроде бы нет. Так, это она мне обратно говорит идти? Почему я не могу посмотреть карту города, когда я где-то в помещении? Стоп, почему у меня здесь... А, окей, здесь у меня основной квест еще. Ну да, здесь мне больше ничего не нужно. И мне сейчас нужно отправляться обратно туда, но вместо этого я пойду в полицию. Это видео будет длинным, но я хочу... этот квест, по крайней мере, закончить за сегодня. Что это могу хакнуть? И зачем? И... Ха. Ладно, неважно. Потом сюда схожу. Да, здесь что-то еще можно с этими плакатами сделать. Точнее, ну, с экранами, в общем, которые глючат. Когда-нибудь в другой раз. Но для начала сюда. Пустит ли меня сюда?
Užíváte si vyhlídku? Moc podniků v noci otevřeno nemá, aspoň ne v téhle čtvrti. Až si říkám, co tady vlastně hledáte.
Окей, сюда меня просто так не пустят, видимо.
Nemám ti co dalšího říct.
По крайней мере, кода у меня нет. Так что внутрь я попасть не могу так. Без проблем. И я думаю, мне нужно попасть внутрь, чтобы добраться до того, что мне здесь нужно. Так, как насчет всяких вентиляций? И прочего подобного. Упс, черт. Почему туда так сложно запрыгнуть? Это склады какие-то. Так что это не то, что мне помогает. Тут тоже ничего нет. Там какие-то окна есть, которые открываются, но я не думаю, что мне туда. И канализация, я тоже не думаю, что мне туда.
Hezký město, že jo? Co chceš, abych ti dával hlášení každých pár minut?
Насколько на меня все сагрятся? Ни насколько. И здесь никого нет. Отлично. Можно воровать патроны. Можно... Упс. Обыскивать всякие коробки. Это все пригодится. Наверное, я могу вот так посмотреть, где что-то есть. Здесь что-то есть. Так. Следы электромагнитного излучения. Аугментированные жертвы аугментации удалены. Волокна шерсти. Я получил инструкции рассматривать убийство Леони Вольф как отдельное дело. Бюро не желает подогревать случай, что в данном районе появился имитатор серийного убийцы. Расследование с точки зрения возможности существования имитатора будет проводиться строго на неофициальной основе. Поработав над этими делами, я несколько месяцев я выяснил две вещи. Убийство совершено имитатором. Наш имитатор знает такие вещи о почерке Свободки, которые никто, кроме весьма ограниченного круга лиц в нашем бюро, не имеет права знать. Волокна шерсти были у... Да, черного медведя у этого... Как его зовут? Ну, у политика, в общем. Это мне не нужно. А вот автомат я возьму. Спасибо. Но сам политик точно в этом не замешан. Телохранитель его, возможно, которого я вырубил? Не знаю даже. Ну все, мне остается только вернуться назад. Ну хотя бы я около метро. Или кто-то из копов. Еще один вариант, потому что знают, ну, были известны подробности, которые известны только... Ну, в общем, это все. Я хочу, наверное, еще раз заглянуть к политику. И посмотреть, что он мне скажет. Возможно, конечно, сам инспектор, который, ну или кто он там, в общем, который коп, с которым я говорил, виноват. Но я очень сомневаюсь, потому что нафига он меня тогда направил искать... Ну, зачем он меня навел на эту информацию про другого полицейского? Нет, он ничего не говорит. Да, в запретную зону. Тут больше ничего нет. Так, я смогу туда пройти хотя бы? Вроде бы да. Электромагнитная граната тоже намекает на то, что это кто-то из копов. Потому что у них есть доступ. Куда она делась?
By the way, I told Daria to go home. I really don't think she saw anything.
Это ты очень зря.
Let's talk about the case.
All right, so talk.
Где ее дом?
You... You think I don't know what's going on?
Здесь где-то? То есть она меня соседом называла, значит, наверное, здесь где-то. Но где конкретно?
Take a good look. I won't be here long. You don't look like you're in withdrawal.
Ну, наверное, не там, наверное, не тут. Наверное, не тут. Тут тоже есть шкура медведя. Кто здесь вообще живет, кстати? Вентиляция. И был ли я вообще здесь? По-моему, она говорила, что убийца был сверху. Что? Не уверен, куда это ведет. Но проверить, наверное, стоит слегка. Видимо, никуда это не ведет. Что? Что? Наркоманы, что ли? Окей, я не уверен. Ну, попробуем еще раз и без ломания стен. Может быть, они не будут так активно агриться. Что если я сюда вообще нажму? Что это мне даст?
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
Но это точно не Джонни. И это, по крайней мере, не лично он. Доступа к всяким EMP-гранатам у него точно не должно быть.
The truth is, we're not even close. Not yet.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
Так.
This was the work of a harvester copycat. This isn't some domestic dispute gone horribly wrong. It's part of something bigger. Someone's out there pretending to be a dead serial killer.
I see you looked into that old case I pointed you toward.
The MO is a perfect match. I read the notes and I compared them to this murder. The two victims were killed by the same person, I'm sure of it.
All right, let's say that's true. That doesn't necessarily exclude Johnny. It just means he's killed more than one person.
Look, I'm just telling you what I found. For a while, I thought it might be Radko Perry. That maybe he was behind all of this. But that wasn't right either.
What makes you so sure?
I pretended to be Radko during a text messaging conversation. Turns out he rented himself a couple of augmented girlfriends the night of the murder. He was with them the whole time. They got video that proves it, and they're using it to blackmail him.
The less I know about Radko's personal life, the better. What I meant was, what makes you so sure it can't be Johnny?
Remember that partial print I found on the victim's throat?
What about it?
Johnny Gunn hasn't had fingerprints since the Australian Civil War. His hands are made of alloy. If he had strangled her, he wouldn't have left a smudge.
Alloy, huh? Shit. So, where does that leave us exactly?
We followed the evidence we had. This is where it led us.
You mean nowhere?
I'm not sure exactly. I think a lot of the pieces are there. They're just not ready to be put together. Not yet.
All right. That should be enough for me to get the rope off Johnny's neck. But it doesn't help me solve anything, does it? I mean, unless we learn more, there's no one I can drag in for this.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean having to meet over another dead body.
Hey, rookie, get over here.
Interpol.
It's time
Who
to
do they
wrap
think
this
they
up.
are?
All right.
И все, оно просто отвалилось. Чего я не могу проскроллить нормально? Окей. Упс.
Let's call it a night. Get someone to pick her
You
up.
think I don't know what's going on here?
Johnny Gunn.
This
Forget
is some
him
sick
for now.
shit right there.
Forget everything.
Sir?
I have no idea who did this, and neither do you. That may scare the shit out of me, and it may piss some people off, but it's the truth.
Yes, sir.
And would someone please get me a damn coffee?
Daria, are you there?
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
I don't know who killed Angela Gunn, but I do know it wasn't an isolated case.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, but it's the truth. Just try to be careful, keep a low profile. If anything happens, if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
Thank you, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
You think you're better than me?
Tradition, precision, refinement. Static watches. It's about time.
Не знаю даже. Стоп, оно... На вход ко мне? Ну, в смысле, в квартиру Дженсона направлено? Она убийца? Пароля у меня нет. Что если я загружусь, приду сюда? Ну, если это она, как бы, тут есть медведь. Тут есть вот эта хрень. Тут есть общество любителей кошек. Это там вроде бы все как-то связано было. И с предыдущими убийствами. И тут есть вентиляция. У нее нет доступа к импо-гранатам. По крайней мере, я не думаю, что у нее есть доступ к импо-гранатам. Я, пожалуй, хочу посмотреть, что будет, если я сначала сюда схожу. Черт, это не то сохранение. Стоп, какого черта, где я вообще оказался? Куда делось автосохранение между этим и предыдущим? Окей.
By the way, I told Daria to go home. I really don't think she saw anything.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
That's fine.
Окей.
You think I don't know what's going on?
Если я сначала загляну к ней.
You think you're better than me?
Это еще этажом выше. Дома ее нет. Сначала Леони, теперь это. Леони это... Где у меня важные вещи? Это жертва 4. Школа ухода за кошками. Волокна шерсти, предположительно черного медведя. Наличие наркотиков. Который никто, кроме весьма ограниченного круга лиц в нашем бюро, не имеет права знать. Меня немножко напрягает этот телескоп, который, к тому же, еще и не поворачивается нормально, может быть, да. Геймпадом он поворачивается, на удивление, намного нормальнее. Что это? Деньги просто. Просто деньги мне не помогают. Это шкура медведя определенно. Почему тут ничего больше нет? Холодильник. Ничего. Что? Или он там внутри было просто вставлено? Наверное, нет. Тут тоже ничего нет. Вино и деньги. Но тут нет ничего связанного с наркотиками, тут нет ничего связанного с ЕМП-гранатами. Правильно? Или я чего-то не понимаю? Но тем не менее, это все слегка подозрительно. Ну и также, куда она делась? Тут у меня тоже ничего нет. Но тут ничего я и не ожидал найти. Окей. На этой крыше тоже ничего нет. И в этой вентиляции тоже ничего нет. Ну, кроме этого. И этого. Ладно, на этот раз я не буду ломать стены. Я не понимаю.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
Actually, there's something I need to check first. I don't want to accuse the wrong man.
Don't overthink it.
Стоп, как его зовут? Нет. Там были ведь в полицейском участке ЕМП-гранаты в одном из шкафчиков для гранатомета, но все-таки. Ты мне точно больше ничего не скажешь?
Better to vote for someone you don't like than someone you don't know, huh? Am I right? Radko, check.
When I spoke with head of the Department of Sociology at Harvard, Dr. Stanfield Christensen,
Больше ничего не было.
he described the goal of the Human Restoration Act as a time bound between August
Что это?
and natural,
А.
a temporary separation of the classes. Just rest, concentrate.
Это сейчас не важно. Ну нет, здесь ничего явно нет. В общем, либо я чего-то не понимаю, либо я чего-то не понимаю. Либо я просто наркоман, и этот квест потом продолжится, когда я в следующий раз буду в Праге или еще что-нибудь такое. А сейчас мне его нужно просто завершить и все. Но пока что я не могу ничего другого сделать. Но мне кажется очень подозрительным то, что в квартире Дарьи происходит.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Но я с этим ничего не могу сделать.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
The truth is, we're not even close.
Why do you...
Что если я сюда? Отсюда начну.
Look, I don't know who the killer is. I thought it might be Radko Perry at one point, that he was responsible for all this. But that was a dead end. Just like Johnny's a dead end.
What makes you so sure?
I pretended to be Radko during a text messaging conversation.
Ничего не изменится, по сути.
The less I know...
Remember that partial print
What about...
Johnny Gunn has...
Alloy, huh?
We followed the evidence.
You mean...
I'm not sure exactly. I think I'll...
All right. That should be enough for me.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean...
Daria says something, but apparently she doesn't talk to cops.
Who do they think they are?
It's not... all right. Let's call it a night. Let me do my job. All right. Let's call it a night. You think I don't know?
Daria, are you there?
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
We spent most of our time eliminating suspects. I still don't know who killed Angela.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, but it's the truth. Just try to be careful. Keep a low profile. If anything happens, if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
Thank you, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
В общем, я не знаю. Но никак по-другому завершить этот квест я не могу. Или я что-то серьезное пропустил. Такое тоже вполне возможно. Ну ладно. В любом случае, на сегодня это все. И так довольно длинно получилось. Я надеюсь, вам понравилось это видео. Спасибо за просмотр. С вами был Ваймс. Пока.